everybody, Tim Norris here, or otherwise known as GreyElephant.
Hi, this is Carmen Norris, and welcome to a quick review by GreyElephant Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about Robinson Crusoe, Adventures on the Cursed Island.
The production value of this game is very high. The artwork, the components, great quality. Out of the box, you're going to get 6 different scenarios that you're going to be able to play with, and there's other scenarios that you can find that the designers invented that you'll be able to print off and be able to play as well. And each scenario is very unique and different from the other ones, and that keeps the replayability high. But we'll talk about that later. If there's anything lacking out of the box, it would probably be the rulebook, and I'm sure you guys have heard this a million times. Now, let me explain this. The rulebook is put together, and it gives you all the important details that you need to be able to play the game, okay? It's just vague in some areas, and that's where you need a bit more clarification, a bit more detail to be able to play the game correctly. Go to Board Game Geek, and down in the files section, there's an FAQ that was posted up by the designer himself, and I tell you, go through that and it'll pretty well answer all the questions that you have.
Not only does this have a really cool theme, but the way the gameplay works with the theme is just really amazing. I mean, not all games work with their themes that well. But in this game, if you sleep outside the camp, you get injured. If you don't eat, you get injured. I even fell off the roof and got injured while I was trying to build the roof one time, and we lost the game because I died. I mean, this theme is so engrossing with every action you take.
The game goes through 6 different phases. You'll start in the event phase, where you're going to draw a card off the top of the deck and something's going to happen. Then you'll go into the morale phase, where you'll possibly get determination or it's going to be taken away from you. Then you'll go into the production phase where you're going to gain resources depending on where your camp's set up. Then you're going to go into your action phase, and that's really where the meat of the game is, because that's where you're going to plan out going on adventures, gathering, building, all kinds of different things you can do. Then you've got your weather phase that you're going to have to deal with the elements. And then last but not least, you have the night phase where you're going to be sleeping and eating. Now, each one of these phases is going to come with some sort of different unique twist, and each one of them is designed and set up to hurt you. In every single phase of this game, you have the possibility of taking wounds. You've got to prepare for as much as you possibly can, but also keep in mind that no matter what you do, the game is out to get you.
I usually prefer rolling the dice on my actions because that way I'm more involved. Not only do you have a chance for injury, but you might get an adventure card, which adds to the story. What happened when you were building or exploring or gathering? Well, maybe you found a treasure. And the adventure cards even give you a choice. Sometimes you can choose to take something and put the card in the event deck with something bad might happen later. The treasure was cursed. Anyway, it's just a really great way to add to the game.
Whenever you stack 2 pawns on top of each other, whenever you're exploring, gathering, or building, it's an automatic success. However, it takes 2 pawns to do that, so that means you're getting less done. The reverse of that is you could put 1 pawn and you could spread yourself out to try to get more things done, but then you're at the mercy of the dice. Not only will you possibly fail at whatever you're trying to do, but you also could take wounds and you could go on adventures. Now, adventures typically are going to add bad things to the game. You're going to draw from the deck, possibly something's going to happen instantly, and then something's probably going to happen later to you guys. So you've got to carefully weigh these decisions.
Overall, I love it. I would say this is one of my favorite co-op games. Just playing one scenario, the replayability is endless. You've got event cards, invention cards, and starting item cards that constantly change. And then you have to make these decisions, weigh your pros and cons. It's like playing through a choose-your-own-adventure book. But you also have Euro elements to the game, like managing resources, feeding your people, buildings. I can't wait to play through the other scenarios.
This game is out to punish you, but at the same time it will reward you for making good decisions. Each time you roll them dice, you hold your breath a little bit, but once again you will be rewarded by working together. A lot of co-op games can feel very automatic, feel very formatted. Do this, do that, you win. Well, even though Crusoe has a main objective on each scenario, you're not going to have just one little thing that's going to accomplish that for you. Not to mention you're going to be constantly distracted by other things, whether it be events, whether it be weather, whether it be animals, whether it be the dice themselves not coming up right. I mean, there's so many things that are going to constantly distract you to keep you from accomplishing the objective. Robinson Crusoe, I sum it up as my glutton for punishment game because it's going to beat you up, it's going to kick you around, but yet you are going to keep coming back for more. With such an infinite amount of replayability, such a wonderful production, this game is simply amazing.
Thanks for watching. Bye!
Griffin Gaming, from new releases to pre-orders. Griffin Gaming. Enter in promo code GreyElephant for 5% off your order.